And we're live. Good morning. So I'm going to go right to it. The title of this short video is called um, A Woman's Greatest Fear versus a Man's Greatest Fear. These are two different machines. We don't have this conversation. We don't have this awareness as a rule. It's all based in anthropology, which is fascinating to me. The study of our past and how we get to be different as men and women. It's just really good stuff. So let's go right to it. So are you ready? Here goes. A woman's greatest fear, if you're a normal female woman, feminine, especially the more feminine, the more that is present, is to be alone or to end up alone in the world. You see it? A woman without protection, if you go back to our ancestors, a woman without protection alone in the world is tiger food, bear food, or susceptible to be kidnapped by another tribe. A woman alone is dead. So there's an instinct within the female body that says, if I'm alone, I'm in danger, which is factual, right? So a big, strong man would be the greatest way to get some safety. But if not, then a community, or the women, a group, you see it? So ultimately, deep down, if you settle with it or sit with it, you'll notice that a woman's biggest fear is to be left alone. It doesn't feel safe to be alone. So we look for support outside. Interesting, right? So what's a man's biggest fear in relationships we're talking about here? So again, for a woman to be alone in the world is dangerous, and she'll end up most likely not surviving. Again, as anthropology, it's in the body, it's programmed in, it's coded in. So she looks for an attachment in the relationship to feel safe. And the attachment in the relationships, what do men feel the most? Are you ready? Is to pick the wrong person. To pick the wrong woman is men's biggest fear. This is why you often think of men as non-committal. It's not that men are not committal. Men commit to everything. Men have to commit to everything to do anything. So men have to commit to get out of bed, Men have to commit to get to work, Like every step that we take is committing. We have to commit to it first. So it's not commitment we're afraid of. It's to end up with the wrong woman. Right? So it's pretty basic. So why? Because the wrong woman, she doesn't get him. She's going to try to change him. She's going to nag him. She's going to roll her eyes at him, right? Nightmare. A wrong woman, you can't make her happy because she doesn't get him, because she wants him to be different. That's what doesn't work. Another woman will try to make him act right. He needs to behave more like a woman. It's ridiculous. That's knowing nothing about man. That's knowing nothing about anthropology and the history of survival and how we still need each other in order to build fulfilling lives, period. It's still the way it is today. 40 years, 50 years of feminism ain't going to change, millions of years of evolution. So you could try, but ain't happening, not working. And a wrong woman will actually steal his peace. What men want in a relationship as a partner, as an ally, this is first mate, right? That helps him, that brings him peace. Not compete, not nag, not, you see it? I mean, I could do this all day long. Because ultimately, the wrong woman is completely torturous and hell on earth. So that's what men are afraid of. And again, it's easy to understand, right? But these are two different machines. And what the problem is in our culture nowadays is ladies are entitled. So a man is supposed to provide and protect just because she's pretty, just because she's young, just because she's got all of that. Again, that's knowing nothing about men. Welcome to social media crap that lies to you. Having a lot of people, a lot of simps, online DMing you doesn't mean anybody wants to marry you. Right? So there's an illusion here. Because the wrong women tend to be, because of the culture, because of the messaging, often disagreeable controlling, disrespectful to the masculine. Women are very disrespectful in our culture right now. Just disrespectful just for men. Just be mean and nasty to men just because they can. They think it's cool. They think it's fun. They think it's empowering. Well, that's how you end up alone. Just saying, right? You could be all that. That's okay. It's your life. But understand what it creates. It creates everything that you don't want. In the end, sooner or later, you're going to want to feel safe. You're going to want somebody to make you feel safe. Sooner or later. If you're young, that's not quite on your radar yet. Over 30 plus, screaming at you. Just saying, this is my work. I've been doing this since 2006. I know what I'm talking about. I'm well trained. There's a lot of data research and interviewing both men and women to get to this stuff. This is what works as opposed to what doesn't work. I'm just trying to help you here. So you could turn on me, you could call me names, you could roll your eyes. I don't care. The ones who actually want to learn and know and understand these things, stick around, pay attention. So another thing that really will how you shoot yourself in the foot as a woman in our culture is you actually, a lot of you, besides being entitled, you feel like you're superior to men. You're more intelligent, or you have more emotional intelligence. That's a lie. Being an emotional being does not make you emotional intelligent. Men are more emotionally intelligent. You can debate me on this. I don't care. You think you know better about relationship, you know better about love, you know better about what works, you know better, you don't. You have your version, we have our version. And if you don't understand our version, men walk away. And you go, how come nobody wants to date me? Modern woman, it's the problem. So what you fail to understand as a man, or what you need to, in order for a man to grant you a relationship, I want to say it again, in order for a man to grant you a relationship, to grant you access to his life, right? Who do you have to be for him to want to do this? Provide, protect, cherish, give, support, lead, right? That's what you want. Women still want men to be traditional, right? So who do you have to be for any man? The more masculine, the more he's going to command that, by the way, for him to grant you access to his life. Again, because a good woman is a good life. A bad woman, the wrong woman, is hell. We know this. It's in our bodies, in our gene as well. It's coded in. So interesting, right? Something to think about. Men pick women. You don't pick men. Because, again, just men are the ones to go on one knee and say, marry me. Until he decides to marry you, until he decides to pick you, you're not getting married. So watch the illusion out there. That's the reality. You don't pick him. He picks you. Do you see it? Who do you have to be for him to pick you? This is where you want to, this is what smart women, my clients, kind of get to. Trying to understand man, what makes him commit, what makes him want to commit to her, to one woman. There's a whole order of things here that men know instinctively. They choose, they pick. Who do you have to be in order for him to choose and pick you? It's deep, some deep shit, and it's not out there. If you listen to the culture, if you listen to feminists, if you listen to your teachers, and possibly your mother who made some terrible choice with your dad, you're polluted with men, are toxic, dangerous, you can't trust them. That's crap. They're out there, sure. I call them boys. The rest of men are men. The rest of men are decent, who work, who conquer their lives, who are building, they're relevant in the world and build something to be proud of. These guys have character. These guys have confidence, and these guys want traditional women, because that's a very traditional way to be. These traditional men want traditional women to build lives, families, and legacies with. That's what still works. I do a lot of men's work. I'm just telling you how it is. It's not the illusion that you have. So anyway, I can do this all day long, but if you want to know more, if any of this spoke to you, that you're curious, understand what you don't know is what's dangerous, what you assume is dangerous, what all of that. So connect with me. I have monthly events that are very cheap. I have a ongoing membership coaching, group coaching that we talk about this constantly, like on a monthly basis. And you could also, if you want, if you're courageous at all, if you want to lean in, book a call with me. Go to my website, book an appointment. It's on me. It's free. And let's talk about what you don't know, where you're stuck, why you're starting to panic, and not understanding any of this. Because it's where the wheels come off. It's it's eventually what becomes hurtful, because you'll take it all personally, and you should, right? Because it's where you've been taught that doesn't work. All right. With that, again, challenge me below, ask me questions below, tell me I'm full of crap. I'm not. I can back all of it up because it's not my opinion, it's the work and the research. With this, I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you next.